your your managing committee and your general body can then take presentations from all the architects. Either it can be personal presentation or it can be virtual presentations. You can ask questions to all those architects and then choose between them whoever is the best. The best part of the self-redevelopment scheme is that no one needs to move from their existing buildings. Wherever the buildings are, they will remain there. And wherever there are open spaces, there the new buildings will come and people will shift from the old building into the new buildings. And only then the old buildings will be demolished. So the question for the senior citizens to shift at this point in their life and going away from their homes and searching for new houses and staying into other people's residence by paying rent when you have been staying in your own house for 30, 35, 40 or even more years. That really causes a lot of problems for people to move. So in self-redevelopment, there is no shifting, or if at all, minimum shifting that is required. So nobody needs to worry about where I will go when the construction will be on. The building will come up and we will have good solutions given to us by people from all over the world, and from there you can get it. Another major benefit of under self-development is that we first ask all the architects who are participating in the process of self-redevelopment to come with a feasibility report. And we don't pay anything for the feasibility report. Please remember that. And all the best architects in the country and in the world, each one will give us a feasibility report, and we will have 10 or 15 feasibility reports to choose from. And on the basis of the feasibility reports given by various architects, we can compare, we can interview them, and then finally decide whose feasibility report to choose. So there is no chance of error. There is no chance of relying on somebody who may perhaps prove to be unreliable. And there is no chance of any money being spent by people upfront at all. No member will ever have to spend any money upfront. The money comes in from the same sources who would otherwise have given the money to developers. The same sources lend us money. We have contacts with all these sources and we'll approach them. We are also talking to Nationalized Bank. In fact, State Bank of India, we are in close touch with them. And very soon they will be announcing a scheme which will be available to all of you. Not just is State Bank interested in funding self-redevelopment programs, but for your information, the 14 nationalized banks every year purchase from the builders 1,000, 1,500 flats for their own officers and other things. So these 1,500 flats which different banks purchase could be pooled in, and they can buy these flats in a good self-redevelopment scheme if we give them a good price. And so our problem of sale will also be over. In the self-development scheme, we also give 4 schemes for the members. First scheme is that any member, whatever is the extra area to be given to each member, in none of our projects in Andheri have we given less than 50% extra area to all the members. In some cases, we have given more. I will give you examples of cases where we have given more. And in no case are we thinking of giving less than 50% extra area. And after giving 50% extra area, if a member wants to purchase more area over and above the 50% extra area is given to him, he can get it at 30% discount of the market price. So if your market price is, say, 30,000 rupees per square feet, then the concerned member can get it at 21,000 rupees. your market price is 25,000 rupees per square feet, which you are selling for outsider, then the member can get it at 17,500 rupees per square feet. Plus, for that extra area that the member is purchasing, he will get a loan, a home loan from the bank. So he doesn't have to invest upfront money. The bank home loan will pay for his thing. That is scheme number 1. When a member, whatever he gets free of cost, over and above, he wants to buy an extra space. Second scheme is for the blood relation of the member. If a member's son, daughter, who has got married, or member's father, mother who are not staying with the member, or grandfather, grandmother for that matter, or if the member is a senior citizen, then his grandson, granddaughter wants to buy a separate flat from the free sale area within the colony, but in his own name, then that flat will be available to the member's nearest kith and kin at 20% discount on the market price. So if a member buys extra area, 30% discount. If a member's closest relation buys a flat, he gets it at 20% discount. Then the third scheme is members, brothers, sisters, their children and grandchildren. See, blood relation we have already discussed, but members, brothers, sisters, their children and grandchildren, if they need to buy a separate flat. Members, wives, father, mother, brother, sister and their children and grandchildren, if all of them want to buy a separate flat, then they can get it at 15% discount of the sale price. So if you are selling a flat at 30,000 rupees per square feet, the member will get it at 25,500 rupees a square feet for his brother, sister, their children, grandchildren, wife's brother, sister, father, mother, their children and grandchildren. That is scheme number 3. Scheme number 4 is for members' uncles' children, father's brother's children, father's sister's children, mother's brother's children, mother's sister's children, and members' wives, father's brother's children, father's sister's children, mother's brother's children, and mother's sister's children and grandchildren. So this is called the cousin scheme. So if the cousins of the member or the member's wife want to buy a flat, then that flat will be available at 10% discount on the market price. So in these 4 different schemes, my experience has been, I'm talking of experience in 45 societies where we have successfully implemented these schemes and the buildings are coming up. We have found that 60% of the surplus area is sold in these 4 schemes alone. And then whatever is left after selling these, the surplus area, the sellable area from these schemes, whatever is left will be given to member. Every member will get a sole selling agency to get a customer for one flat. And if the member gets a customer, it's not mandatory, it's not compulsory that every member will get a customer. But the opportunity is given to every member to get one customer at least. And if the member gets that customer, then 2% of the money that that customer pays as brokerage will go entirely to the member. It is not from the society's money, but from the money that the customer pays to buy the flat, 2% of that money will go to the member. So if a member is a little enterprising and he approaches his friends and gets a couple of customers, he would get at least 5 to 10 lakhs of rupees, so that in the new building his interior decoration can be done within that money uh, that the member gets. So these are the various ways. And even after that, even after these 4 schemes for the relation and 1 scheme for selling the flats, if there are flats which are not sold, we can bring in what are known as underwriters. There are a lot of good underwriters in the market. They will bargain with you, but even before the first brick is laid, they will purchase the entire surplus area at a discounted price. So whether your flat sells or not, the person who is underwriting it takes the responsibility with the financial institution that they will pay the money even if the flats are not sold. And between the bank and these underwriters, there is an understanding, and they will take all the guarantees from the underwriter. The members don't have to do anything. Not a single member's flat will be mortgaged with the bank if you take loan from the bank. The mortgage will be only of the sellable area, not of your own flats. Then, because your area is more than 6,000, 8,000 square meters, so if it is more than 8,000 square meters, you are also entitled to go under urban renewal scheme. If you go under urban renewal scheme, you can get 4 FSI plus fungible. So it can be 5.25 FSI. So taking your land into consideration, you can really get sufficient area that just a minute, I've done some rough calculation that your area is 25,658 square meters. At 4 FSI, it would be about 1,04,000 square meters roughly. At 4.25, it will be 1,10,000 square meters roughly, and over and above that will be 35% fungible. So 35% on 1,10,000 comes to about 1,50,000 square meters. Now, if converted into square feet, you can get about 16 lakh square feet of construction, and in which your carpet area is between 42, total carpet area is 16,517 square meters. So it's about 1,70,000 square meters. Even if we give 50% each, 1,70,000 plus 50% of 1,70,000, even then it comes to 2,50,000. Even if we give 3 lakh square feet to the existing residents, even then I think there is sufficient area which we can sell. Under the urban renewal scheme, there are 2 ways. We will also have to give certain houses to the government under the urban renewal scheme. Whether we can bypass that scheme and pay certain money and get away with it, we will have to explore the possibilities, because under self-redevelopment, they may give some benefits about it. But otherwise, assuming we don't go under the urban renewal scheme and don't go under cluster redevelopment, we go in the plain vanilla scheme wherein 18 meters of land will give you about 2.5 to 2.6 FSI plus 35%, 3.25 FSI. I'm taking the worst case scenario wherein we are doing the worst possible thing. So if we do that, it comes to around 90,000 square meters. I'm talking about if we don't go for urban renewal, if we don't go for for cluster redevelopment and go by the conventional one, even then we are talking in terms of 10 lakh square feet. Even then, after giving 3 lakh square feet to the existing residents, we still get 7 lakh square feet for sale. And after bearing all the cost of construction for the entire 10 lakh square feet, I'm taking the worst case scenario, would not exceed more than say 300 crore to 350 crores. And all other, the TDR and the money to be paid to municipal corporation and other things will not exceed another 100 to 150 crores, even if we take 200 crores for all other expenditure. So 300 plus 200 becomes 500. And the remaining area, if you deduct 3 lakh from the 10 lakh square feet, you sell 7 lakh square feet, even at 25,000 rupees a square feet. If we sell 7 lakh square feet, we are talking of a major amount that is coming. So after paying for all the expenditure, there will be a sufficient corpus that will come to you, which will be shared by all of you the way you want to share it. Your maintenance for lifetime will be free, not just the maintenance, you will also get entire population will get certain bonuses or certain kind of pension free, like we did. I'll give you just 3 examples where you can meet them. Purvarang Society in Mulund, they presently have 425 square feet. They went to developers. No developer offered them more than 550 square feet. Then they came to me. They have now got all permissions. Their building has been demolished. They have moved into rented accommodation. Their loans have been sanctioned. The building construction has started. The foundation is over. The plinth is over. They have come. First floor is over. They have come up to the second floor. Presently, they are getting 860 square feet in place of 420, 860 square feet carpet area and 22 lakhs of rupees corpus. I will give you the second example in Chembur of a society called Chitra Cooperative Housing Society in Shell Colony in Chembur. They also had 410 square feet. And they also got similar offers of 2 lakh of rupees corpus and 500. Also did one of their buildings under their scheme, and now they have come under the self-development scheme and they are getting 985 square feet carpet area and 36 lakhs of rupees corpus. The third scheme that I want to tell you is Pantanagar Ghatkopar, where they have 220 square feet each. All the builders told them that the MADA laws state that we cannot give you more than 400 because even if we want to, we are not permitted. There is no such law in MADA which states that there is a cap or an upper limit for the area. But they were lying to these people. They came to us, now they are getting 860 square feet in place of 220 square feet. And they are getting 26 lakhs of rupees corpus. So these, I can go on and on, 50, 60 societies I'm doing. We can give so many examples. But don't do it because these societies have benefited. Do it if you are convinced that this is a better way of doing things. You don't have to give power of attorney to anybody. You don't have to give irrevocable consent to anybody. No outsider will have any rights over any one of your property. You can appoint the best architect in the world. You can appoint the best contractor in the world. Presently, the Israeli contractors have come to India, and they are looking for for good opportunities. I asked them, how many houses can you build in 1 year? So they said, can you give us 2 minutes? We want to sit in another room and discuss. So I said, but to tell us how many houses you have built, you don't have to sit in another room. They said, no, we need some discussion. They did some discussion and they came back and they told me that in Israel, we have built 1 lakh houses every year. From start to finish, within 14 months, the building is ready. And in India, we can give about 1,50,000 houses every year. Now, that is the kind of people. There are German companies, there are Spanish companies, there are companies from Singapore, and you can call a global tender, and the best of professionals from amongst you will be in the committee to select these, and whoever on merits is the best architect will get your work. Whoever on merits is the best contractor will get your work. Whoever on merits is the best supplier of material will get your work. So everything will be purely on merits, and who will decide? Only you will decide. There is no outsider who will decide. I'm not going to interfere into any one of your processes of decision making. I will only help and assist you where my help and assistance is required. But your decisions will be taken by you. I will not say this fellow is better than this fellow, because that is not my job. I will ask difficult questions. When first you call the architects and the so-called PMCs, I will, 35 years of correcting building economics papers has made me, my children say, your eyes have become so dirty that you look at any paper and you find fault with it. I said, for 35 years, if I'm correcting papers all the time, every October and every March, naturally my red pen works on the paper, and looking at the paper only I can make out what are the faults. So most of these so-called feasibility reports are entirely faulty and cheating. If I can explain to you, I give a very funny example of what a feasibility report is. I ask people that, do you believe in astrology? So some people say yes, some people say no. I say, there used to be a time when you went to an astrologer to prepare your kundali, your chart, your horoscope. So what would the astrologer ask? The astrologer will say date of birth, time of birth, place of birth, and then he would do innumerable calculations. It would take him 1 day, 2 days, so many hours, and then finally your horoscope used to come. Even my horoscope in my childhood, my mother said, took 3 days for our family priest to prepare. Now, the making of horoscope is very simple. There is a software in the computer on which you go, you put your name, you put your date, you put your time, you put your place, and immediately the horoscope comes. And if you have a printer, 40 or 50 pages of your next 40 years of your predictions will also come in there. Similarly, people of my profession have prepared a software for feasibility report. So which area, it takes all the information from Google of that area, selling prices from the ready reckoner, how much land from the DC rule, it finds out how much FSI is there. Everything comes up, and it doesn't even take 10 minutes for the printout to be ready. But for that, we are made to believe that it takes so much effort, so much time, and we are made to pay money, hard-earned money, for things which could have done. So I, openly, when now it's Corona time, so we are meeting virtually. But even during Corona time, today morning I did 2 feasibility reports. I have a board and I have a marker, and on the board I write the area, the FSI, the space, the cost, working out the TDR cost and everything, and make it clear to people. So why should people spend? So I was always wondering that why some consultant is charging 25,000 rupees, why some other consultant is charging 50,000 rupees, why some third consultant is charging 1,25,000 rupees, why some fourth consultant is charging 2 lakhs of rupees, why some fifth consultant is charging 5 lakhs of rupees. Does the FSI change or does the expenditure change? Does the selling price change? What changes in the feasibility? Nothing changes in the feasibility. The only thing changes is our brain, because we get more and more cheated by paying more in the form of feasibility. Hence, in self-redevelopment, I have eliminated the expenditure on feasibility. I have told all the architects who participate in the process of self-redevelopment, the best, the topmost architects in the country, I have said that you will be appointed architect provided you submit your feasibility upfront. Let the people know it is not a secret thing. You are only going to put these things in your computer and coming with the printout. For that you should not charge. If you get appointed, then you charge fee, and that you charge little extra for giving them feasibility free of cost in advance. So even in self-development, there is a lot of cheating happening, wherein societies are being cheated, and on simple things the cheating is done. For instance, in the FSI, there are two parts. One is the FSI, which is within your flat. Another is the FSI, which is for lift, for staircase, for passage, which is 20% of your carpet area or your built-up area of your flat. Now, for that 20%, the actual cost of construction for lift, what it is, you are only creating a lift duct. So for that, the cost is 3,000 or 3,200 rupees per square feet. Bullshit. It's not 3,000 rupees per square feet. It's not even 1,600 rupees per square feet. But in the feasibility report, it will be shown as 3,000 rupees a square feet. Staircase. Are you putting Italian marble on the staircase? Staircase, no one bothers when it's a elevators and lift are there. Staircase are only used by young boys and girls who want to run away from their house and meet at such a place where their parents can't see them. They go at the mid landing of the staircase and exchange notes there. So the staircase are the most misused place in the building, and the cost of construction of staircase doesn't exceed 1,500 to 1,600 rupees per square feet. But there are people in their feasibility report who show these staircase area, parking area also as 3,000, 3,500 rupees per square feet. So when you ask them why this, this kind of charges you have put, he says we give good quality. Basic principle of structural design is under use of material, that is steel and cement, is bad. But overuse of material is worse. So, if you require a particular size of steel for your staircase, you require that particular size. If you provide a thinner, thinner thickness of the bar, that is damaging. If you provide a thicker thickness for the bar, that is also damaging. So, a good person is one who estimates the actual cost. In most of the feasibilities, I find that 30-40 crores here and there is a gala. You understand what is a gala? A gala is a gap kept for a rainy day. So then, people who don't understand, I mean, some of you may be civil engineers, structural engineer who perhaps understand. But most people don't understand, and societies get cheated. So under the name of giving good quality advice, what you land up is being cheated. So I can go on and on. I do not want to take more time. I want to give more the time for question answer session. And during the process of question answer, I will reply. To sum it up all, under the self-development scheme, you can get more area than what a builder can give, better planning than what a builder can give, better quality construction than what a builder can give. You can get better timing. It will be on time. You don't have to give power of attorney to any builder. You don't have to give irrevocable consent to any builder. And you need not shift from your original residences. And your scheme will be done by global tenders, and internationally you can call the best of people and do it. And again, as was told in introduction, for this entire effort that you are taking, from today onwards till the day your building is built and you take the keys and go into the new house, any help or support required from me of any kind, any amount of hours to be put, any time to be put, is entirely available to you, totally free of cost. There is nothing that will cost you. This is, at the age of 25, when I just came from the US checking my green card, people did not know me, but they loved me, voted me, and I became an MLA, then I became a minister. So at that time, unknown people trusted me. Now I am a known person. So I am trying to give back for all the love that people have given me all my life. It is my way of giving it back to them, so that telling them that, look, I'm not like the ungrateful politicians who forget you the moment you give your vote. I'm no more in politics. I've quit politics some 30 years ago. I have no connection whatsoever with any political party, either for any political party or against any political party. My party is only one. Self-redevelopment is my party, and the member may belong to any political party. It doesn't matter to me. I'm here to support you for no hidden cost also. No under the table kuch dena padega. No under the table. None of the plans that I have got approval so far, 70 places, all the self-development schemes, the plan we have got approval, we have not paid a single bribe to anybody. 287 cooperative housing societies I have helped them in taking deemed conveyance. To get deemed conveyance, you have to bribe so many officers. None of the societies whom I have helped to get deemed conveyance have given 1 rupee bribe. Generally, they take 20,000, 30,000, and there are some agents who take money for doing deemed conveyance. I discourage all that. This is a new thought. This is a new country. This is new India, and the next generation doesn't want to tread on the same path that the earlier generation want. All our bad things we should shed, and we should start a new beginning. And the millennials will not tolerate all this nonsense about corruption and all that. So we will do everything the correct way. We will do everything the right way, and we will create the best society in Mumbai. Will be the Blossom Society. And that is a dream that I want to continue. I spent a lot of time in your society this morning. Early morning, I woke up at 5:30 and I went into Google and I was going to every building. I was checking the low-lying area, the upper area. These days I don't have to come to your society to move around. It can be done virtually. So I was present in every building. I was checking out your terraces. I was checking out from various Google Maps as to how we can do. I think this will be an ideal society. This can be done. And all decisions will be taken by your general body. I will not take any decision on your behalf. I will only guide you. I will tell you these are the benefits, these are the disadvantages. While selection of the people, I will ask them technical questions. You know, when you are selecting, if there are 20 architects and they are making presentations, I understand those presentations. I will find fault with them. I will ask them difficult questions. And after I have asked them questions, I will leave the room, and then you can sit and you can decide who amongst them you want to select. So this is a new thing that is happening. The whole face of the city is being changed. And welcome to this new India. Welcome to this new Mumbai. Welcome to this new idea.